So we're working on a really beautiful autumn meal that's so easy and the families are just gonna love it. You gotta download this one, guys. So basically, we've got our spatchcock chicken. I slathered it with the maple, mustard, sage, and Worcestershire mixture with black pepper. We salted the bird the day before. Little under the breast, all the rest goes on top. I'm filling a tray here with 4 large but thin-skinned potatoes, so you don't have to peel them. And we cut those into large wedges. And then I took 2 small to medium onions, or 1 large onion, leave the root attached so that the wedges stay together, and I threw that on the tray. We're going to combine that with some apples. For the apples, I like Honeycrisp or Braeburn for this, but you can pick your own fruit, whatever you like. You can throw apples and pears on there and get really crazy. But when you're coring the apple, I don't use an apple corer. I just cut into it on an angle like that and pull the core away. So quarter it, cut into it on an angle, chuck that. Now the apples we're gonna dress with a little bit of sugar, light brown sugar, nutmeg, and lemon zest and lemon juice, and then we're gonna combine that all together. So we want things in like shapes and sizes so that they cook in relatively the same amount of time. So I'm just gonna break these down a little bit more because they're a little big for the rest of the dish. And then we're gonna put the chicken right on top of this, so all of that flavor and the butter and the maple and all that is gonna drip down over the whole thing. I'm drooling again. Drooling. I know, right? All right, so then lemon zest. Just take the color off the lemon, not the white. Nutmeg, a little fresh nutmeg, freshly grated. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper for everybody. It's a party. Woo! And some fresh thyme, lots of fresh thyme. Sprinkle that around. A little douse of the juice over the fruits. Olive oil. Can't have a party without getting funky with the olive oil. Oh, I forgot the sugar, a little bit of light brown sugar. Toss that together with your apples. Everybody goes into the hot tub. Ooh, I just had the best vision of like hanging out with my husband in a hot tub of all this tasty stuff. Would be kind of sexy. Okay, then put the bird on top and throw it in a 400-degree oven. Before I cut into this, when you take food out of the oven or out of a hot pan, you let it rest so the juices can kind of redistribute. And in this case, you want the rack to be cool enough that it can help you remove the chicken from the tray bake that we made of the potatoes, apples, and onions. So the potatoes, apples, and onions had lots of fresh thyme, olive oil, salt, pepper. The apples were dressed with a little bit of sweetness, light brown sugar, and a little punch of citrus, lemon zest and juice, a little bit of nutmeg, and then you just combine it all together on the tray. He's still a little warm. No, not for me. And then, yeah, I can't feel any of my fingers. And then you're gonna slide all of those juices and the apples and onions and potatoes into a big old pretty serving dish. This is all the cleanup I have to do, boom, like I ever clean up. My husband, John, obsessed with dishes. The sexiest thing in the world, if there are any men watching. Get your butt to the sink, because it is hot. So we have our beautiful kind of glazed veg. I mean, look at that, they're stunning. And then, the chicken, because we spatchcocked it, cooked very quickly. It'll only take about 45 minutes. If you buy a slightly larger bird, like a 5-pound bird, it would take you about an hour. You can see that butter sauce underneath there. Look at that jiggle. Oh, that's sexy. And then you just quarter the bird. I know, and it's legal. Like, you can't even believe how delicious this is. Then you just quarter it up and bring it to the table. I'm drooling, like literally drooling. And you know, you can make 2 of these if you're feeding a ton of people. Just cook off 2 of these, doesn't take any more time. It is absolutely delicious. People are going to die for it. Talk about winner, winner, chicken dinner.